my long ruler, my marker, my tape, and my measurement for this. I have my pattern paper also. So my measurements are my shoulder to nipple, short length, bust, waist, and chest line. Right now, I have folded my pattern paper in two, and I'm just going to start cut. So I divided my shoulder into two and got my 7 inches, my chest line 6.3 inches. This is my shoulder to nipple 9 inches, my waistline 14 inches, and my allowance 2 inches. So yeah, I just marked the 7 inches of my shoulder again and drew a straight line and connected it down. Right now, I'm just going to be putting in my body measurement, starting with my bust, which I'll put in my shoulder to nipple line. Now my bust is 29. I'm just going to divide it by 4, and then I had 2 inches allowance to it. So I've divided it right now, and I'm just going to be placing it in. Then I'll do same with my waist, divide 24 by 4 and add 2 inches allowance. I'm just going to be transferring the same measurement down to my allowance 6 plus 2 inches 8, and I'm just going to be drawing a straight line right now, connecting all the dots that I have marked out. So I have connected it, and I also did my dart by dropping from my shoulder to nipple line by 2.5 inches, measuring my nipple to nipple, dividing it by 2, marking the point, and then taking half inches of both sides to form a triangle, and then I added a little bit of allowance back in. So right now I'm going to do my neckline. My neck is 3 by 3. I formed a square and then I slanted. Then I came into my shoulder by 1.5 inches, drew a straight line down to my chest line, and then I curved it like the design of the dress we do here, and I also did my armhole. So this is the way it looks like. I'm just going to be taking 6.5 inches off. I'm going to give it the sweetheart neck, and from my armhole I take 1 inches out. This is how it will look like when I'm done cutting it. So I've cut the back, and I added 2 inches allowance for my seam line, but it's basically the same measurement, the same cutting as the front, only the 2 inches allowance, and then I divided it in the middle. So right now I'm just going to start placing on my fabric and cutting. Now I have gotten my fabric, and I'm going to start cutting my trouser first. So these are measurements I'm going to be using for my trouser all down here. So I have marked my crotch length, which is 12 inches. That is from where my short length ends down to my crotch, 10 inches, and then I take 2.5 inches from the middle point, and then I do a straight line on it. That's how I got my crotch. Then from my crotch line, I divided my waist by 4 and added 2 inches allowance to it, divided my hip by 4 and added 2 inches allowance to it, and then I put in my thigh measurement after removing half inches from the fabric. Then I placed in my thigh measurement, and then I just went down to draw the seam line down, and the same goes for the side. Yes, this is my front trouser. This is how my front trouser is looking like. It's very simple to cut a trouser actually. So I've got my back right now. You can see it's the same thing except that the crouch is deeper and a little bit longer. So yes, that is the difference between your front and your back trouser. But it's basically the same measurements and whatnot. So now I'm just going to start cutting my top. So before that, I decided to cut my one hand sleeve, which you saw in the picture, which is made from organza. So I folded this in two, and the measurement I'll be using for this are times 2 of my measurement, and then I will print it to make it smaller but still fuller. So yeah, I have cut it out right now, and this is how it's looking. And then this is the fabric. After I did that, I cut my front, my upper part, my half cut using the pattern I drew. So yes, that is the back, and this is the front, and this is my trouser. So this is how it's looking like. I thought I was ready to go until I realized that I have not yet cut the stay for the half cut or the upper part of my dress because I do not want to wear a bra in it. So, and I do not also want a bra cup, so I put an ST in it. So I'm just going to be doing that right now. So I'm going to look for my ST and I took it out. And then I'm just going to be placing the fabric to the shiny part of the ST and then I cut it out. If you notice, so part is shiny. This part comes, the other part doesn't. So yeah, just place it properly, then cut it out. And yes, that is how to cut this cute jumpsuit. I'm just going to show you what it looked like when I was. Yes, that is how to cut this cute jumpsuit I am wearing. And by the way, I wore the jumpsuit to a runway fashion show. So I'm definitely going to be doing a vlog video, which should be coming up right soon. So please kindly do subscribe to my channel, hit the post notification button so you get updated every time I upload a new video. And yeah, comment what you think of this video or what tutorial you want to see next. And your girl will be coming on TikTok next month with cute fashion acts. So yeah, you all should prepare yourself. I'm gonna drop an announcement when I do that. So that's all for now. Bye bye. Love you all.